Hello. You did it. This is the end of season 5 of regular car reviews. This was a long one. And now we're moving directly into season 6, which is going to start next week. It's going to start with the New York International Auto Show, but instead of just my perspective or my perspective and Roman's worked into the same narrative, what we're going to do is split it up between two videos. First, you'll hear my perspective, and then you'll hear Roman's perspective. Roman spends a lot of time just singing the songs in the beginning of these videos, but he's going to have his own video this time, which he does all himself. Although I think I edited this one. He did the narrative and recorded his own perspective. So what you're going to see is our two different writing styles meshing. Wait, no, not meshing. Separate. Duh. You're going to see our two writing styles separately. So you can see I write one way and Roman writes another way. Now, season 6 is going to be a short one. I think it's only maybe 10 or 11 videos, because season 7 will be the Southern Stab road trip, which at the recording of this video, I haven't even begun planning yet. The Southern Stab is scheduled now to begin, as I lean back in my chair and look at the calendar, June 1st, 2015. It's going to run from June 1st until June 15th. So that gives us 15 days to get down to Florida, somewhere in Florida, and then probably 2 or 3 days to return home. And that will be season 7. By the way, the background of this is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's the background video for this. But as much as we travel for regular car reviews, this is still going to be a relentlessly Pennsylvanian show. Slight pause there, because I feel indebted to Pennsylvania. A state I wish I was born in. Now, in reality, I grew up here, and I feel no other way but to be a Pennsylvanian. But I was born in Huntington Beach, California, when I was 1, and my parents moved back home like when I was 2. So I don't remember anything. I wonder how different I would be if my dad stayed with the company he was in Southern California, and I grew up there. Like, how different would I be? Because on the few times I have visited Southern California, it seems so alien, so weird. People were, what do you complain about there? The weather's beautiful every single day and the humidity is low. And man, everybody's fit. Everybody's fit and having a good time. But I grew up in Pennsylvania, where, well, you go a week without seeing the sun, that's just how it is. Although this day in Philly, or this night in Philly, is perfectly fine. Oh yeah, and here your cars rust out. Well, it's a 5-year-old car, so it's got some rust, right? We just take that for granted. Or, yeah, well, he's living in Philly now, so, he got rid of his car. That sort of stuff. Or, oh, he's driving in Philly, this or that. I'm sorry, I'm eating as I'm doing this. Dinner. So, this is the end of season 5. And I know it sounds different because it's not normally my fast edited style. I'm just recording it as I think of things to talk about. Well, so June 1st is going to be the beginning of the Southern Stab. I think we will only be able to do 10 vehicles on this road trip. When we went out to Boulder, Colorado last spring, did we film 17 cars or something like that? Maybe 13 or 17. And we were run ragged by the end of it. We hardly got to do any sightseeing. We got to do a little bit in Boulder, but our entire road trip was just hotels and the highway and Interstate 80. So we're going to take it easier this time. and we're only going to film at probably only 10 cars. That will be, we will make 5 stops in 5 different cities, including Florida. So that means between Florida and Pennsylvania, we're only going to make 4 stops. But we're going to be there for 2 days instead of 1 day. So there's that. I will not be going to the Outer Banks. I wanted to go to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, but we don't have time. I already started looking at Google Maps and looking at the hours and the time needed to go east and then go on the Outer Banks would add 3 days to the trip, because it's the kind of place I wanted to go to and do nothing for a day. Maybe just listen to that 1970s song Montego Bay over and over and over again, even though that song is about Jamaica and not the Outer Banks. Anyway. And I wanted to go on the ferry on the Outer Banks. I'm a sucker for ferries, although I don't like boats. So, 4 stops. Well, Florida would be stop number 5, coming all the way down. Raleigh, North Carolina is one of the stops. I hope Atlanta will be another stop, or probably the Atlanta area, not Atlanta proper. Anywho, so that's where I am right now. Expect a video in the coming weeks where I have everything planned out, and I will announce the cities where we're going to be stopping in for the Southern Stab. So, time to eat the rest of this dinner and enjoy RCR Season 6, which starts Monday. Take care.